Hey everyone, how you doing today? Beautiful day out there today. Well, it's a little bit overcast actually, but feeling a little bit cooler each day here, but still quite a good day. No rain yet. I think it's supposed to be raining soon, or maybe today or later in the week. So welcome along to everybody there joining me for my live broadcast here today. Darren Hayward is my name, and this is TBC Live Broadcast 307, I think it is. 306. 306 guys today, and welcome along to my supporters who are there supporting me on a regular basis. That's fantastic. I really appreciate that. I'd just like to say hello to MD Ariful Simon over there in Italy, who supports the Bangladesh community, doing a lot of broadcasts for those people. These guys are really doing fantastic over there, for the community. Bangladesh is going from leap to bound with what leaps and bounds to what they're achieving over there. Also, I'd like to say hello to Christina Tange over there in Canada. Nice to see you there too today, Christina. You had a fantastic broadcast that you did there yesterday. Enjoyed the whole lot, and you know how to get the message across. It's just amazing. You just have this way that puts that message across to everyone. So you're doing a fantastic job there too, Christina. We must get together and complete this other thing. I keep meaning to do it with the thing that you're telling me about from the other business. I think what's happening there is I've been waiting for Bitcoin to get a bit higher, so I had a bit more there to do that. But we want to do that and get that going, because it sounds like a fantastic opportunity there too. And I just want to give you guys a little bit of updates on the blog there today, and just give you a little bit of information on what's happening in the contest for the week. Remember, guys, you can earn 200 grains of gold per week just by participating as a full-timer in the Bitcoin contest, Okay, so you can actually, by enrolling the most paid signups or active signups for the week, you're in the chance to run for 200 grains of gold, which is around about $540, $550 roughly, give or take, with the exchange rate. So that is paid out to the winner in Bitcoin, and for the guys and people who saw the send button meeting on Tuesday our time, Monday Pacific Daylight Time, you would have seen Ace Fletcher there receiving his Bitcoin live, and admin was on the other side paying that Bitcoin through to Ace Fletcher, and that was on Mbaye Derek's English send button meeting. So if you haven't seen that, guys, you can still catch up with that before it gets pulled down in a few days' time. Remember to pick up your 1 million cookie rewards there as well, because those all add up, guys, and you can put those over to your TBC 009 wallet. All right, so I'm just going to send, share my screen with you guys and give you some updates on what's going on there today in the blog. Where we're up to yesterday, I'll just try and work that one out. 8 grain admin fee is so small compared to the passive residual income opportunity. I think that was one I might have done yesterday. I remember this one with TBC Scott. He is talking about that one in his broadcast, how you can have an income opportunity, a passive residual income opportunity like this for such a small amount of fee, 8 grain of gold per month. This other company I was involved with a few years ago, they were minimum of about $100, so maybe $80 to $100 per month. So this works out around about $22 per month. All right, which is 8 grains of gold. Okay, so that was TBC Scott talking about the the huge opportunity that we've got here And a lot of people, I don't think, realise it yet, but there's a passive residual income there for those new people coming in that you'll be receiving 4 grains of that gold per month of that new person. This is TBC Randy's live broadcast 225. This was the one from yesterday. And
okay, so
here's
going
through the blog here.
Our champion victorious flourish alignment.
Stephen Cuffey in the broadcasting meeting
with that
talking about the alignment with the
is
comfort zone.
And do you experience in daily life?
Is Randy doing his challenge
there? A lot
there?
of people are Spanish-speaking broadcasters.
Speaking of that, Randy was just remembering him saying about the broadcasters. We do need a lot more broadcasters, guys. Just remember, once we've got to 1 million broadcasters, we've got more broadcasters than what you'd probably have in the mainstream media. Okay, and there's plenty of slots still available there for people to do their broadcasting. All right, so if you do speak a different language apart from English, we'd like to see you there too. Also English, of course, but we want to get some of the other communities involved out there too to be able to get the message out to people of what's happening, in our TBC community, and how we can help the world to be a peaceful or a much better peaceful place to live. So that was that one. Brand new world leaders are emerging. See, look, all these new people emerging from this TBC community to make history. Another one of TBC Randy. That might have been the one I was just looking at, sorry. Here we go. Go back to the next one. Let's unify bringing in new members. So this was one by Stephen Cuffey that he put out there, and always does a fantastic job of this.
$125,000.
All right.
Okay,
Sorry.
folks, there it is. You can sign up your children too, but they don't necessarily need a KCBO. It's just that it's your responsibility to keep up their monthly fee. Okay? So they can benefit from the free gift once we get to 1 billion members. Because they said it'd be worth $625,000, correct? All right. All right, so let me call on. This was another video by Abdul Key and Bex File out of New Zealand. Great job they always do. All right. Says, are you a TBCN? Then can't
go to there
in the United States, and like my brother Darren Haywood, and I can think a few others out here who lives in a peaceful country for the most part.
Oh, yeah, I think we saw that yesterday, guys, actually. That one. Okay. Okay, was this one we looked at? Current world events show us the urgency of building TBC to 1 billion ASAP. Wow, look at this, guys. Let's have a look at this. See what happens when a plane violates presidential airspace.
And so is the president. He spends many of his weekends, as you know, away from Washington, including part of this past weekend. And when he's not at the White House, there is a massive military effort to keep him safe. The entire area frozen. One of the biggest threats from the air, planes getting too close. So what really happens if a rogue aircraft flies near the president and just won't leave the airspace? This morning, we are getting rare access up close with fighter jets in action.
President Trump is on the move, spending time away from the White House, from his Mar-a-Lago resort to his golf course in New Jersey and his home in New York City. 51 days so far. Even this weekend, spending Sunday at his golf course in Virginia. On the ground, heavy security you can see. In the air, it's just as intense. But most of us never get to see it until now. The Air National Guard protecting the skies and giving us rare access.
When the president moves around, The Federal Aviation Administration puts a temporary flight restriction in place, and then we defend it.
So what happens if an unidentified aircraft flies into the no-fly zone right above the President of the United States? We've set up a demo today with this Cessna and the Air National Guard. I'm going to be inside of this Cessna, and we're going to be going rogue. We're going to fly into that no-fly zone, and we're going to see how the Air National Guard does it. They scramble the fighter jets that come right near us, and how they get us down to the ground and the President safe. Let's board and see what happens.
We barrel down the runway
And take off. We're off.
flying for miles and miles until
Okay, we've just entered the no-fly zone now.
our pilots aren't talking to air traffic control, ignoring their calls to reach them. That triggers an alarm at the Air National Guard base. These fighter pilots scrambling to their jets. They're on alert and ready to take action 24 hours a day. Today, racing to their F-16s, suiting up, climbing on board, and rushing to the runway. Taking off to intercept our rogue Cessna, reaching the target in just minutes. This is the view from the F-16. That's my Cessna right there.
You can actually hear, I don't know if you can hear it on camera, you can hear that fighter jet coming by. I mean, there's no way you don't hear this or notice it.
Coming up on the left side of our plane.
That is as intimidating as you would think it would be. Look at that fighter jet. He's right off our wing.
Another F-16 swooping in on the right, calling us on aviation frequencies.
You have been intercepted. If you hear this transmission, answer the radio call and rock your wing.
He wants us to identify ourselves. We're a rogue aircraft, remember, for this demonstration, so we're not going to respond at all and see what this fighter jet does.
The fighter right on our wing now, scanning us inside.
What is he trying to do?
He's trying to figure out who we are, who's inside, what we're up to.
And he's trying to make radio contact and tell us to do what? Follow him?
That's correct.
The fighters want to escort us out of the area, but we still don't respond. So the F-16 makes a bold move, swooping in right there. Look at how close he gets.
Look, he's crossing right in front of us.
It's called the headbutt maneuver, and you can see why. Watch again. The F-16 crosses right in front, just feet from us. Hard to miss, and that's the point.
That's a pretty aggressive maneuver.
He's just trying to get our attention.
Remember, this is restricted airspace right above the President's vacation home.
You are ordered to turn to the northwest.
The fighter jet giving us one last warning, turning away, hoping we follow. If after all of this, the pilot still won't listen, the plane won't leave the airspace, will you shoot them down?
If required, we'll execute the rules of engagement per the commander of the North American Aerospace Defense Command. And yes, we would do that.
Shoot the plane down so they can't get to the President.
If it meets the rules of engagement, yes, we would, to defend the airspace.
With the President traveling so much, it gets expensive. Still unclear exactly how much all of this costs. A government watchdog group telling us they're actually going to release new numbers this week. By the way, the Air National Guard doesn't just do this mission to protect the President. The same rules apply to big events like the UN General Assembly and the Super Bowl. In fact, guys, since 9/11, they have responded. They have scrambled fighter jets in the U.S. to 5,000 possible threats. So this happens a lot more often than we think it does.
Those guard units that do it are awesome.
You're
My
yeah,
brother, my Jeff, thank you.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube.
All right. So that was all about what happens if you get in the airspace there of the president or any big events. That's what will happen. Okay. So that's you know how it is controlled over there. All right. So what's the next one we're looking at there? Wallet and send button update. That was in Tagalog. That's over in the Philippines. So if you haven't seen that one, this is I think this is a new person here. This lady here, Mary Bao or something her name is, Mary Lou Bao. So she's talking about that in Tagalog, the wallet and all about what's happening there with the reset that we're having at the moment with the TBC 009 wallet. Admin is listening and does answer questions and concerns. All right, this is a video that was put out, I think, by Key last night. Yes, this was fantastic last night. We were, on this. I was on Key's broadcast, and and then admin came in around about halfway through, I guess, and was just asking if there's any questions that we had about anything, and I actually just asked a question to him.
Hello,
or her, saying,
good evening.
I just said to her or him that what was the thought? What gave admin all of this idea to start up TBC, and what was the motivation behind it all? And admin said to me that it was because of the RFID chip. Okay, and that has always been a big concern for me too for many, many years. When I heard it first of all back in about the 90s, I think 80s or 90s. And I thought, I do not want to ever have the RFID chip in my hand instead of like using my cell phone or my pay card. You know how we can do the pay wave or pay pass? We just wave our card across the FPOS machine now. Well, that's what they want us to do. They just want us to be able to wave our hand across that without a card. It's just a chip in our hand, and that money, digital money, will be transferred to the cloud, and we'll be able to receive that all that digital currency from the cloud connected to the chip. Which, if you accept that, you're accepting, of course, the mark of the beast, 666. Okay. If you don't accept it, they're going to try and say that if you don't accept it, you're not going to be able to survive without food, water, or anything like this. So that's how a lot of people will accept it, is because if they don't, they're going to be cut off from food and water supplies. Okay. So we have to think outside of that square and think, their current system that they use relies on the fiat currency monetary system. And on our monetary system of TBC Kringle. So the more people that come on board as merchants and can see this to be able to accept TBC and Kringle, because then when they buy their goods and services from where they go to, those people will also accept TBC Kringle. Okay, they can't control our currency because we're a private society. We are not in the public society. Okay, so anyhow, this RFID chip is something you don't want to accept. So they'll be able to just flick a switch, and that'll be the end of our life. If they wanted to do that, or they can track us wherever we are on the grid, which is everywhere. You can't get out of the grid; it's just worldwide. So Key was just doing his live broadcast there, and we had admin just coming in and asking a few questions on that. So that was a fantastic broadcast by Brother Key here in New Zealand. There. So another one here. Admin works hard for us. Now that's absolutely correct. This is I think one today that was put out, or yesterday, for South Africa there, the Murphys, Marianne and her son Joseph. And it's true, he does work hard for us. Just wondering if that was, I think we saw some of this one yesterday too. They had their another broadcast they did.
Oh, untrack-minded. Okay. One's a woman, one's a man. Contact me and they say, okay, you know what, I got your number off of a broadcast, or I got your email from the feed, I got your email, and you said you can help me with TBC. Like, yes, I can help you with TBC. Any questions, anything, I'll help you. Okay, you know what, a person can only be asked the same question so many times.
Okay.
I've been asked one question over a period of 1 year, 12 months. I've been asked one question at least 500,000 times.
Exactly, I know what you're saying there, Joseph. I do get the same questions like that too. A lot of the same questions. And the thing is, I don't want to go through all steps of knowing all that stuff. I just want to be able to cash out. I don't want to have to worry about going through all that stuff. But the thing is, guys, it's the mission before the currency, you see. And if you don't have the steps right and in the right order and in alignment with those steps, then you're going to be asking questions and wondering what to do and how to actually cash flow in our community. So if you're not looking at the blog, it's really, really important. Just imagine if you started reading the blog each day, how much more information that you're going to receive, for just doing that. Also, guys, I just wanted to do my update there for my next live broadcast, which I'm just going to do that now. So this is just going to log into, before I do that, just going to log into Kringle Cash back office and give you an update on the contest. Got that going again. I see. All right. So back to the contest here for a moment. Now, last I saw the guy from Nigeria, Mr. Victor Adichie, was in the lead, and he still is in the lead. He's got 20 people to date, 20 people so far for the week. Wow. He's going to pick up the 200 grains of gold by the looks of things at the moment, 540 to 550 US dollars, which will be paid live on the next English send button meeting, Monday, 9 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, which is 9 p.m. West African Time. Okay, and we will have that at 4 a.m. in the morning in New Zealand, so on Tuesday. So he might be the guy, it looks like at this stage, he's going to be the one that's going to be winning it. $550 US paid live by the admin on the English send button meeting in Bitcoin. So I can't wait to see that one. It's going to be fantastic. It's just amazing to see the looks, on these people's faces, and they never believed that they could actually do it, and here they are winning it. So there you go. It's just amazing. Like if we can help a lot more and more people like that to be able to, achieve this, then it's going to make the world of difference for everyone. And see all these other countries here coming in. We've got the Philippines there. It was already Trinidad, Greece. That's a new one. Greece. Wow. Japan. Wow. Max Soto in Japan. Burundi, Congo, Ghana, Rwanda. Oh, wow. This is really changing. This is like telling me just how many different people around the world are doing this. Cameroon, India. So there we are, guys. Gabon. Wow. Okay, so to qualify for that, all you need to do is become a full-timer, attend at least one recent send button meeting, make sure that you've also funded your back office. Now, the funding of the back office is 8 grains of gold per month. Now, you'll get that back as you're introducing new people as a full-timer. You'll get half of that money back from each person that pays their 8 grain of gold per month. Right, so to participate in that, you just need to also enroll 2 paid sign-ups for that. Okay, and then that would allow you to become a full-timer. Just make sure you check the button to say that you want to be a full-timer and hit the save button down the bottom. Okay, I can't actually show you on mine because I've already done it. Okay, so I'm just going to go to live broadcast now. Just oops, this one here we want. Tomorrow's broadcast. Tomorrow's broadcast. Slot 25. Now, what I need to do now is go to this one here. Open up a new incognito window. Go to live events. This may not show me at the moment. So that's 306. I'm on that one now. I don't think it might show me that. Anyhow, what I would do is, oops, stop that there. Wait for that to load. Then I would go share, copy that, go into that one. Then I'd go to here and paste it in this one here. Select the language, which will be English, and then I just submit it. And that sets up my live broadcast for tomorrow. And then what will happen, it'll actually show up in the broadcast area down at slot 25. It hasn't actually submitted because I didn't press the submit button. But it'll have it down here if I want to delete that, or if I don't want to delete it, I'll just leave it on that time. And then it would, is that right? I've got the right time there after all that. So that's it there, yeah. Slot 25. So then I'll just that will just let everybody know for the broadcasts. So you'd look under here, broadcasts, and you would see all the broadcasts for today. So my one here is down here further. Okay, so that's my one here, I believe. Yeah, that's my one there. So you can find me on the broadcasts or all the other broadcasts around the world in the primary and the backup areas. Okay, so we've got Bengali, we've got English, we've got Hindi, we've got some other languages, Tagalog, Maori, and I know that there is others doing some broadcasts in other languages like Spanish, German, also Tagalog, Hindi. You know, there's quite a few out there doing the broadcasts in many multi-languages. All right. So right. So anybody that has any questions or anything, please just put forward. That's about all I have to mention about today. And we'll stop sharing my screen there. All right. So that's cool. So that's all the updates there in TBC, guys, for today. I'll be back again tomorrow. Thank you, guys, for joining me, by the way, Christina and MD Arizville Simon. Always a pleasure to have you guys, people there. And yeah, let's catch up, Christina, today at some stage before it's too late, and we'll get that other thing finished off. I really want to get it finished. So in the meantime, have a fantastic day, evening, or morning, wherever you are in the world. Peace.